Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kino and today we're going to do a short tutorial on a minecart junction. Now I know not a lot of people use minecarts anymore. However, for decorative purposes, lots of places still have minecarts going into our mines and travelling between villages and just for moving villagers around. So for today, I'm just going to show some people how we use the minecart automatic junctions. I've got a few of these set up in my world in Kalapolis, and for those of you that have joined me on the survival series, you will see that I use these fairly often, and every single time it puts comments into the chat and people question me, how have you done that, how do we do that? Now I think in all honesty it's something very simple that now's been lost a little bit in Minecraft. Now that we've got lots of other ways to travel and horses are OP and the elytra is OP, it has been lost a tiny bit. But I'm going to show you now this. I'm just going to refresh your memory on how we do the minecart automatic junction. Now, this is my own design. It has been developed over the years using some other tutorials that I've seen, but kind of expanding on that and making it into my own, making it something that's worked for me every time on both Bedrock and on Java. If you've got any comments, please do pop them in below, and if you learn anything, hit that like, share button, and do feel free to subscribe and come and join us on some of the other videos that we do. Let's jump straight right into it. So to start with, we need a really simple layout, something like this with the tracks coming in on an ordinary T-junction. And we need to dig a hole 7 across by 11. The reason these are going to be 11 is because obviously this one's going to go both ways and these ones are going to go over. So we're going to dig these out. I marked this area up already. And that's 7 that way. And then we're going to go 11 this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's it there. So this side will be 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then we get rid of this middle bit. As you can see, that's that all dug out, and the reason it needs to be dug out will become apparent very shortly. But I have left these 3 sections here with dirt. Although we are going to be digging underneath in just a moment to lay the really simple redstone, this dirt is here for a reason, because this track needs to come in and actually stop the rail. And the way it does that is we need to dig down one more. We go 2 powered rails there and a powered rail there, and we do the same on each of these sides like this. Powered rail, and then we go powered rail. So we've got a double drop into there and a single back up. And the reason being is because the rails will only start, the minecarts will only start if they're next to a block or if they're on a slope. So we need the minecarts to stop on a slope. The next thing we need to do is we need to put one of these activator rails along here. It's a detector rail, sorry. The only reason we need to do that is because when the minecarts come from this direction, for example, they're going to go around, they need to restart this redstone powered rail, otherwise they're just going to get stuck there again. And what we do here is we just join it up with a T-junction, something like this. So there's a block space in between the detector rail and for the actual corner, if you like, itself. And that's the layout like that, and it's really simple. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to add the redstone. For this we can be a little bit brutal, and you can actually just sort of dig out an area something like this. Just for now we're going to put it all back, or most of it back anyway. And I want to show you something. At the moment this rail, if we're going from here, this corner's going around to the right. If we put a redstone torch underneath it, that actually turns to the left, and that's how we get our junction system, if you like. So at the moment that is powered and it is going round to the left. Now what we're going to do, we're going to change this next to each of the rails which go up, so the single rail, we are going to put a single block like this with a wooden button, and it has to be a wooden button. The reason being is because the wooden button lasts a certain amount of time, which is what we need when we're going over on the rails like this. So what we can do, we'll put this in here. We're going to use white, just ease of look, like this, and then that will show from there. Now what that does, if we press that, it activates the one we're on. So if we come down the minecart at the moment, we come round this way for example, we activate this rail, we're going to shoot up there absolutely fine. And I'll show you with this one here. If I activate that, that's going to go down there. It's going to stop. So we want to go round to the right. So we press this right hand one here. That will go over, that will activate, and that pushes it all up there. So that goes round absolutely perfectly fine. And likewise, if we were to do it again from this side, we activate it. It's going to stop on the slope. We are going to go to the left. So we're going to press this rail here, and it comes back round, and that's off we go. The problem being is how would we get over to this way? And that's where we need to come down here, because we're going to take these out just for the moment, all the way down here. And what we need to do is we need to turn off this torch. And the way that we turn off this torch is we break the block underneath the button and we lay a bit of redstone. We need it to go directly into there, so we can't have redstone here. We're going to go around like this so that it points into there. If we do this, it doesn't actually point into there. It doesn't point into the torches block. It points around it. So, like I say, we need to come around like this. A little corner, go on there. Now, what we've done by doing that is when we press this button now, that deactivates the redstone torch and it actually turns the rail the way we want to go. Now with this rail going that way, this will jump off and go straight on. And I can show you. So we're going to activate this. Imagine I'm in this. We're going to go down. This time we're going to press this button and it goes straight over like this. So we've got right and we've got left. We don't need to do anything with the right hand one because that goes the way we want it to already, and we've got the redstone going into that one. So now we're going to work from this side. This one, if we were to go up down here at the moment and press this button, this would go straight over there perfectly. But it wouldn't go round to the left if we press this button, and that's because we need to put some redstone in. So we're going to do the same again, just dig down one block underneath there, and we need to go into the redstone block again. And we do that same way we did before, just following it around like this and pointing. We put the little bend in so that it goes like that and it points into that block. So now when we press the button, it actually turns the rail for a short amount of time. If you use stone buttons here, it goes a lot quicker and it's a bit too fast. But that actually turns the rail. And I will show you this again. So this one's going to activate it. It's going to push it into there. Probably needs to be a little bit more powerful with me in it. That's where it's going to stop. Press the button, that will shoot that way, and that takes it round. It really is as simple as that. So that's that side done. Now we've got this one, and this is the last side. We know that's going to go left already, so we just need to come back down here, and here, all we're going to do is put a single bit of redstone in there. And that now should turn us to the right. Which is fantastic. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to fill in this section here. These can be any blocks you want. Doesn't matter too much. And that is our minecart junction system. And if I jump into that, press the button. Okay, what way do we want to go? Well, let's go. And that's how we can use the minecart rail system. Well, this one's going to push us this way. This time, I want to go right. We can go in any direction that we wish. Last one for luck. Let's go left here. Why not? And that is that. So that's how it should all look up here, guys. So we'll just go over that again. You need to have 2 downward rails. You can get away with doing this with just one, but sometimes if your minecart's really fast, it will push on and end up on this side here, and then that will ultimately mean it goes back that direction. So 2 here is just for the best, just to make sure it works. Make sure you've got the detector rail after, and then 1 space here, which is a straight one. Then put the corner into the middle with the redstone torch directly underneath it. And just remember, make sure that when you break these blocks, to go down, when you're going into the redstone torch, it's actually the block below it that you need to go into, not the redstone torch itself, because that will not work. It has to be the block below it. We can put that back on there. And that is it. I put my buttons like this. You can put your buttons however you want. I've got various setups where the buttons are higher, but the redstone is all the same. It's just a case of extending it. And guys, that is it. Thank you very much for joining me in this tutorial. If you've learned something and you want to learn some more, please do hit that subscribe button and check out my channel, and like, comment and share anything else that you may like. It really does help me and help the channel. We've put out a lot of videos recently that are getting a lot of traction, and I'm really enjoying some of the feedback that we're getting. But most of all, I'm enjoying helping you guys out. Now guys, remember, build like no one's watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.